themselves. You know that feeling. A lot of mothers out there. I definitely can relate, even though I'm a dad. I was going to say a mother. Oh my gosh. But you know what I mean. I know the feeling, like caring too much, giving more, wanting others to be happy and not enough yourself, you know? It's like you kind of disregard yourself and your own happiness in a way. Even though it makes you happy to help other people, it's still you put others first before yourself. And this is a quote that they said themselves in the booking form, in the message to me, that they really wanted me to point out or like feel like that through the video. You're worth the same energy you give onto others. That's powerful. You're worth the same energy you give onto others. You know, like, yes, you do deserve to receive the same energy back as you have given out to people, even though you should always give to people without expecting anything in return, but still to know you're worthy, right? Like, a lot of times I feel like I'm not worthy and deserving of to be loved at all, you know? That might be guilt, but I don't know, but like, you know, you look back on past mistakes and sometimes you think to yourself, I don't deserve this. I really don't. And, you know, sometimes I wonder, do any of us deserve it? But yeah, because we humans do so many bad things too. But yes, you know, truly, you do deserve it. Even if you don't believe it, you know, you do deserve help. And you do deserve that comfort and support and love and energy, you know. It can't be one-sided. That's not a relationship. That's not a connection, you know. With other people, it has to be both ways. So just remember, like, if you're constantly giving to someone, I guess children don't count because you have to. But if you're constantly giving to someone and they don't give back, reconsider that connection and that relationship, you know. So that's just some life advice I wanted to toss your way, and anyone who can relate to this message as well, before I actually begin telling you how to pamper yourself, because this video is more about that. It's about how to pamper yourself spiritually, physically, and mentally. So I'm going to start off with the kind of life advice part first before I actually show the triggers and make sounds with them. But spiritually, a great way to pamper yourself spiritually is meditation, and that's always the number one recommendation, you know. Sit there, close your eyes, inhale deeply, exhale deeply, and quiet your mind. Yes, again, I understand with children it can be difficult. Sometimes you have to lock yourself in that bathroom, okay? But do it, or the closet, right? Just find your place of peace where you are undisturbed for 5, 10, 15 minutes a day, you know? If you are really busy, if you are extremely that busy, you gotta give yourself 5 minutes, you know, whether in the morning when you first wake up or right before falling asleep. So, do it, you know? Find your special place in the home and close those eyes and breathe deeply and meditate, okay? So even just lying down, sometimes you can connect. You don't have to necessarily sit up, especially if it's not comfortable for you, but just do that, you know? So that's one thing, okay? Physically, I always say exercise, because you take good care of your health that way, even if it's just going for a walk, swimming, biking, picking up those dumbbells that have dust on them and you haven't picked them up in like 5 years, you know, do it, okay? It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to go and buy a treadmill all of a sudden. You know, everyone's always like saying they're gonna go to the gym. Like, you literally don't have to do that. Like, you know, I don't know why people are. Anyway, so you literally, it doesn't have to be that much. You know, you don't have to be overdoing it. Literally, especially if you're busy, honestly, you can do a lot just from home or on the street, right? Like just walking on the street. But that alone, even just being outside, getting that fresh air is more important than being in a sweaty gym room, breathing other people's carbon dioxide and sweaty, smelly feet. So yeah, just allow yourself to simply be, and that's part of spirituality too. You don't have to be that strict or set a strict routine or schedule on yourself. You don't have to necessarily do anything, especially because this is about pampering. It's hard to pamper yourself when you're working out, but I would say for pampering, do light workouts, right? Light workouts. Don't do anything great. That's why I said don't do anything crazy, really. It's supposed to feel good and give you energy. That's a good way to pamper yourself physically. But there's something else I'll show you soon. Mentally, a good way to pamper yourself mentally, I would say, is sitting down with, we've all had one of those friends where we sit down and have just deep discussions with, or light, gentle conversations with about life and just fun topics, or just, talking. Sometimes some people enjoy drama, gossip, whatever, whatever you find that pampers your mind the most, do that. I would say go for that, stick with that. Don't do anything out of the ordinary. I would say just, even sometimes listening to podcasts can still stimulate your mind, because if you're just laying there, your brain thinks you're dead. Actually, there's a lot of truth to it. So just, if you want to pamper yourself mentally, maybe listen to a guided relaxation or an ASMR video like this one. There's different ways. You'll find what makes your brain feel like you're floating on a cloud, okay? It's different for everyone. Some people enjoy listening to podcasts and working out outside. Okay, specifically, that's a way to pamper themselves. You have to write down and find what it is for you that benefits you and your health and well-being. No one can really tell you what to do, and I certainly am not, but that's just the advice part of me for the first half of this video, okay? Makes sense? Now, I'm going to tell you a way to pamper yourself spiritually. Another way. Crystals, okay? You may not believe in them, you may not believe in the properties, I don't know, right? But crystals have healing benefits in them. They come from the earth, and each crystal vibrates at a different frequency and has different properties. This just happens to be my biggest crystal, I think, and one of my favorites. I got it from Mexico long ago. It's green obsidian, and it feels very good to hold it. It's very healing, very grounding for me. So I love crystals like this, green crystals like this. One of my favorites, and I like the smell. It has a irony kind of metal smell to it. But anyway, it comes from the mountains in the heart of Mexico, and it's very special to me. And yeah, so sometimes you just lay your hands over a crystal, meditate with crystals. Hold, if they're small, like a tumbled stone, like you put them in your pocket, in your purse, your handbag, whatever, and that allows you to connect spiritually throughout the day instead of just having to sit there and meditate and close your eyes, right? So you can carry that spirituality with you, and a lot of times crystals bring properties that have awareness in your being or make you feel a different energy that you would never have felt before if you didn't carry it with you. If you want to go the extreme route, I would work with moldavite. I would be careful with moldavite because it will change your freaking life and destroy everything and every illusion you've ever once had. But yeah, basically, start small. If you're not familiar, I wouldn't just jump into moldavite, I really wouldn't. But I'm just saying, if you know about this stuff and you want some real spirituality, try that, or maybe even tektite, I would say. But anyway, physically, another way to pamper physically, a more gentle way is, of course, hot baths, long hot showers, lotion after your shower, right? I just happen to whip out some mahogany teak wood because I low-key want to apply some on my hands and arms, and it smells amazing. So yeah, there's all sorts of ways to pamper yourself. Go for a massage. Honestly, one thing I really enjoy is getting a pedi at the nail salon. someone got me into it long ago. I won't say who. It's a YouTuber that I collab with. I'm just not saying because for privacy purposes, but she got me into it. I was like, okay, so ever since, once in a while, I go, treat myself. It's a nice way to just pamper yourself, right? So, yeah, and I enjoy like looking around in the salon, and I always see like happy people. Like people are so happy to be there and to be pampered. Like it's just good vibes, It makes you feel good and special, and everyone's minding their business. No one's really like looking at you like that, If you're ever nervous about like that, even like the people working on your nails are not really paying attention to you. They're always like looking out, talking to someone else. So I know for some it's not that much of a relaxing environment. They do need to work on that. There does need to be nail salons. But anyway, I could go on and on all day about that. That's not the point, right? Because usually they have the TV running. People are loud. Yeah, anyway. Especially if it's at a mall. Oh my gosh, it's not relaxing. But anyway, so find again, spiritually, physically, what works for you. Now, mentally, the last one is journaling. I think this is hands down the most relaxing and mentally stimulating way to pamper yourself, because you can reflect on your day, write a gratitude journal, write down what you're thankful for, what happened today, and try to be consistent with it, although I myself suck at that too. But yeah, I more do it like at the beginning of the year to kind of set an intention for the year and stuff like that. But you do what works best for you, okay? I'm not gonna be here to tell you what to do when I myself don't do it that frequently at all. Like barely. I did at one point, but I'm like, I don't know. It just always felt like just not necessarily for me, I'm not much of a writer, but yeah. I think a lot of women like doing this stuff because it's like they are usually deep in their emotions as it is, so they like letting it out on paper. For men, it's kind of just like working through things mentally in their own head, like typically not much feeling going on, so it's like, what's the point, right? It's kind of like we solve things on our own, kind of like that kind of thing. But I'm not saying only women should do this. It's not the case at all, what I'm saying. Please don't misunderstand me. It's just typically a more feminine type thing. I'm not talking woman, I'm talking an energy, like a feminine type thing. Like some people like talking to God and journaling what he says. That's fine, that works too. It's a feminine energy. It's a gentle spirit, right? It's not a masculine thing. That's what I'm trying to say. It has nothing to do with being a man. Nothing of the sort. I'm saying energy. Feminine energy. Masculine energy does not mean male or female. I just want to make that very clear. You're misunderstanding me if you think that. Okay, but for anyone out there who's misunderstanding me. So, yes. Okay, so, that was it basically. Yeah. Grab that crystal lotion bottle and notebook, and you'll be well on your way to success at pampering yourself. Or grab that dumbbell, sit your butt down, close your eyes, and talk to that friend, call up that friend, A lot of times I know people struggle with like being on their devices and staring at their screen and, scrolling almost like aimlessly at social media. And look, I'm not going to tell anyone what to do. There's different ways you treat yourself throughout the day. Do what works best for you, but, don't overdo anything. It's really not worth it. Don't hurt your eyes like that. Just, speaking of eyes, just last night I put like a cold chamomile tea bags over my eyes. It was so soothing and relaxing. And just to give yourself permission to lay there for 10 minutes and do that, phenomenal, Get that cup of tea, journal, light a candle, put on some lotion and your favorite bath slippers and bathrobe. I'm telling you, not that hard. Like, just find something that works, okay? Do it, alright? And yes, the hard part is that you need to do this, that you deserve to do this, that you deserve to give yourself that love, energy, time as you give it. So as long as you find that time and do it, try not to sit there and question too deeply, do I deserve this? Yes, you do, okay? You've done enough. And also, one thing I read recently is you don't have to wait for the right time to do this. Do it now. Like, also, you don't have to wait till everything in your day is done to do it. Do it now, okay? Guilt-free, honestly. Because look at all those people at the nail salon. They're doing it guilt-free. You deserve to too. If they deserve to be happy, so do you. And I'll leave it there. So thank you for watching. I hope this helped some of you. Thank you, TJ, again. And again, if you'd like to book your own custom ASMR video like this one, please go on TonyBomboni.com. Sign up. It's very easy. And if it ever doesn't work on your mobile phone, just use a computer. Okay? Like, it's that simple. Because sometimes phones mess up for some reason with the booking form. I always tell people, if your phone is acting cattywampus, just go